capsules and are those little packets of Nescafe or whatever they are.
Mhm.
And people go, "Oh, don't you drink this coffee?" Okay, this box of 60 cost about $3.
Right,
That one coffee you just bought is 9.
right.
I taught economics too long not to realize that one of us is getting ripped off, and I don't think it's me.
Typed up this is a question I wrote down. I was listening to something and I don't remember what it was. And I had wanted you to talk on it. You've trained obviously a lot more people than me. And you have been there. I really do appreciate that phone call. I also very, very much appreciate you being the one to certify me as the RKC that
Yeah,
day. Oh,
yeah.
I was scared to death. Oh my God. And then trying to get me to get up and demonstrate my snatch technique because it was wrong, or suboptimal. It wasn't wrong. I completed the test. It was just
So
suboptimal.
bad. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Anyway, having Dan John say my performance was heroic, it meant a lot. Still does. So, and let's see if this makes any sense because it doesn't make. Oh, okay. I think you probably see this way more, but you've trained a lot of athletes, and one of the rules about athletes is like, well, how do I become a champion? And it's like, well, you do that for 8 years.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to be bored for 8 years. And yet most normal people are out of shape. You haven't worked out, you haven't done anything. You can barely get off the couch. Although I will say this to I don't know if you watch my shorts. This really pleased me. So one of the things I have my 87-year-old father do is I have him, and he does them religiously, which is really good. I have him just do chair squats.
Oh, yeah, sure.
20 until it gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Do chair squats every day till it gets uncomfortable. The other thing I told him to do is one time a day, I don't care how you do it, get up and down off the floor
Yeah. I
just
love it.
once. And so the other day, I watched him fall. And when I went over to help him, he's like, no, 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 no. And he got up off the ground by himself.
Yeah. It's funny. I was just going through putting together my weekly newsletter, and I stumbled across some stuff about that. Of course, you might not, I don't know if you can see this, but I almost bit the ranch about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I fell. And I mean, I had salmonella poisoning. I stood up after trying to vomit and I passed out. So
Ooh.
none of that story is sexy, okay?
No.
But what freaked me out is that I spend so much of my career telling people about fall prevention.
Mhm.
What killed Tiffany, the cause of death was a fall. And here I am, and I couldn't go back to sleep because I thought, there's no way. I kept thinking about my daughters, Kelly and Lindsay, of having both parents die young to falls. And it kept, and it was about 2 in the morning when it happened. And I had a terrible night's sleep. And Kelly knew something was wrong because I called her really early in the morning. And she goes, "Dad, it's the weirdest thing. I've been up since 2 also. I knew something had happened." And so, folks, I'm telling you from the heart, the hammer's point here is crucial. It, I don't I don't care what your age is. Start watching TV from the floor. I love your idea. One time a day, get on the ground. I'm babysitting my daughter's corgi right now, and I spend time with her on the ground because she's a corgi, for God's sakes.
Yes, right.
I just can't emphasize it enough. If you've never taken training in break falling, or whatever we're going to call it this week, it's worth every nickel, dime, and penny you spend on it. Wear helmets, wear your seatbelt. Put your hand on the wall when you're going in and out of the shower or bath. It's the little stuff. I now, Jimmy, it's kind of funny. I'm 60. As an athlete, I'm 68. So I've noticed that I always hold the stair rail going down, not
Mhm.
up, down,
Yeah,
and especially in my house because I have I have a golden retriever and a corgi right now, so you're always taking your life in your hands, no matter what you do.
yeah,
If you have food, you're going to die.
yeah.
But